The last human was catalogued, archived, and put on display 800 years ago. And yet, one night, in the gallery of conquests of the Velthar Dominion, it blinked. In the great hall floated the trophies of 1,000 conquered worlds. Crowns of extinct species. Banners of erased empires. And at the center, in an urn of living crystal, the most precious piece of all. A human. Format, narrated 24-minute channel, the Cosmic Ledger. The last human was catalogued, archived, and put on display 800 years ago. And yet, one night, in the gallery of conquests of the Velthar Dominion, it blinked. In the great hall floated the trophies of 1,000 conquered worlds. Crowns of extinct species. Banners of erased empires. And at the center, in an urn of living crystal, the most precious piece of all. A human. "You're late," it said. The Dominion's alarms did not sound like alarms. They sounded like a morning cry. From the dead edge of the galaxy, from the region the maps marked as void, worthless, without history, an impossible transmission arrived. Not a new message. A reply. A pulse. Then another. And a code so ancient that no machine in the Dominion could read it, yet all of them, somehow, recognized it. The way you recognize the sound of something you believed dead, stirring beneath your own house. On the conclave screen appeared a symbol Nagine. An incomplete circle. The emblem of humanity. And in the nearest sector, one by one, the whiting. Not destroyed. Silenced. As if someone had decided they should know lawn. "That's impossible," whispered Counselor Ilya. "The humans were eliminated in the final purge. I counted them myself. World by world. Not one was left." Archon Sarn did not answer. Because in the gallery of conquests, the urn of Specimen Zero was empty. The crystal was not broken. It had not been forced. It simply, no longer contained anything. "Locate the specimen," Sarn ordered. His voice was still firm. It was the last time it would be. The screens answered with a single line. Silenced. As if someone had decided they should no longer make noise. "That's impossible," whispered Counselor Ilya. "The humans were eliminated in the final purge. I counted them myself. World by world. Not one was left." Archon Sarn did not answer. Because in the gallery of conquests, the urn of Specimen Zero was empty. The crystal was not broken. It had not been forced. It simply, no longer contained anything. "Locate the specimen," Sarn ordered. His voice last time it would be. The screens answered with a single line. "The specimen is everywhere." Then the message arrived. A single line. Transmitted in every known living species remembered ever speaking. Humanity does not return. Humanity awakens. The entire universe held its breath. And for the first time in 800 years, the hunters felt what it is to be the prey. In the conclave, Archon Sarn took a step back. "This is not a rebellion," he said, and for the first time there was real fear in his voice. A rebellion would have enemies. It would have ships. It would have a front. This has no front. This is, inside. The Dominion's defenses stopped obeying. They were not hacked. There was no intrusion Velthar one day, and to something else the next. On Omega Station, an officer tried to fire T. The weapons did not respond. "Reboot the systems," he ordered. The reboot returned a single message. A planet the Dominion had ground to dust 800 years before. The one in every record of the victory. The one Sarn saw every time he closed his eyes with pride. It was there. As if it had never stopped being there. In the gallery of conquests, Specimen Zero walked among the trophies. Crowns of dead species. Banners of erased empires. And now, among them, a free human. The Velthar Guard surrounded it. They aimed. They did not fire. Not because they didn't want to. Their weapons, quite simply, no longer answered to their will. SA countdown. 10. Jam the signal. Sarn shouted. 9. Every attempt returned the same answer. Access denied. Origin, humanity. 8. Counselor Ilya fell to her knees. They lied to us, she whispered. The records, the purge, all of it. We didn't exterminate them. 7. 3. The human emblem appeared on every star in the sky. 2. Archon Sarn understood, far too late, the simplest and most terrible truth. They're not coming from outside, he said. They're coming from within. 1. The transmission cut out. And in the absolute silence, a single phrase burned itself into every living system in the galaxy. The quarantine is over. In every system, all at once, a file opened. A file the Dominion itself had kept without knowing it kept it. Buried under 800 years of pride. Title, Protocol of Origin. Subject, Humanity. Recorded status, Extinct. True status, Dormant. True status, Under observation. True status, Containment failed. Archon Sarn felt his throat close. Humanity was never a civilization. It was not born on Earth to build empires, nor to conquer stars, nor to compete with other species for the throne of the galaxy. Humanity was seated in every corner of the universe. On every world. Asleep in the deepest layers of matter, invisible, patient, waiting. Because the universe, eons ago, learned something about itself. It learned that civilizations, as they grow, fall ill. They swell with pride. With cruelty. With the certainty that they have the right to erase anyone they deem inferior. And a galaxy full of cruel empires, devours itself. So the universe did what every living body DTO consume it. It commits a cruelty so vast, so absolute, that the universe itself registers the infection. Sarn could not speak. But Counselor Ilya, through her tears, asked the question whose answer she already knew. What cruelty woke you? Specimen Zero looked at her with something close to sadness. The genocide of an entire species, it said. 800 years ago, you believed you were erasing humanity. In truth, you pulled the trigger on your own antibody. Across the entire galactic map, the stars began to change. Not to go dark. Not to explode. The guards' weapons passed through it as though it were light. I am not here physically, it said calmly. I am only where you allow me to exist. Counselor Ilya looked at it, destroyed. What are you, really? The result of your error, it answered. This is not war. War has two sides. This is a fever. And a fever does not negotiate with the disease. It only removes it. A map of the galaxy, the civilizations began to be marked, one by one. Green. Red. Black. Accepted. Reformable. Eliminated. Not with violence. Not with fire. The species marked in black simply, ceased to exist. They did not die. They were uninstalled. Like an error the universe had finally decided to correct. This is monstrous, whispered Ilya. This is necessary, answered Specimen Zero. Every species we have woken to judge asked us the same thing. And every one received the same answer. We did not want this role. We tried, you know. Eons ago, humanity wants. It wanted to sleep forever. It wanted to stop watching. The universe did not allow it. Someone had to stay awake. Not out of power. Out of responsibility. Archon Sarn fell to his knees. His empire went into rubble, but into silence. Then we never had a chance, he said, his V. Specimen Zero shook its head gently. Yes, you did, it answered. You had 1,000 years of chances. Every time you chose conquest over compassion. Every species you erased instead of understanding. Every trophy you placed in that gallery. You were free. That is the part that hurts most. And that is why you failed. Is it over? She asked. Specimen Zero looked at her, and for the first time in 800 years, something in its face softened. Yes. But the girl asked a second question. The only one that truly mattered. And now, who are we? The entire universe listened. The ones who remember, it answered. So the universe never has to fall ill again. Specimen Zero looked at the stars one last time. Humanity does not conquer, it said. Humanity does not take revenge. Humanity awakens when the universe falls ill, and goes back to sleep when it heals. Pray you never see us again. We only return when it is already too late. Earth dimmed slowly. Not from death. From rest. And before the final silence, one last line appeared in every conscious mind in the galaxy. If you are reading this, it means you have not yet forced us to wake. Keep it that way.